Hello and welcome back to the Road to Good Cooking. And during my absence, I had my 6-month annual checkup and I got a clean bill of health, all thanks to God and eating right. And during my absence, I was super busy with all kinds of prepping projects. And let me show you how I put my first one together. At the beginning of the month, I went to Costco and did my monthly grocery shopping. I shop once a month and that's it. And I found a beautiful chuck roast that they had on sale, and I snatched that up real quick and I brought it home. And I like to, process all of my meat when I get it home. That way I can grind it up and, portion it out however I'm going to do it, and then put it in the freezer and it's good to go. So here I am spraying some oil on the auger, and I'm going to put the O-ring on there. That way it'll move a lot easier. And I'm going to put the auger inside the little chute, the metal chute here, and that goes on the meat grinder just like this. Now, those of you that have been following me for a while, you know I have been grinding up my own meat forever, and I can't begin to tell you when the last time I bought any kind of ground meat at the grocery store. I just prefer to grind up my own meat, whether it be beef, pork, or chicken. And here I'm spraying the grinding blade, and that goes on the auger just like so. And here is the grinding plate. Now there's a little notch right here, and I line the grinding plate up on that little notch just like so. And this is the metal cuff that goes over everything. I'm going to put it on there finger tight, not Incredible Hulk tight. And here's the hopper, and that attaches to the top of the grinder. And if you're interested in this grinder, I'll put the ordering information in the description box. All the equipment and supplies that I use in my videos, you'll find in my description box. And here's my beef. Now, as soon as I got it home, I cut it up in pieces, and then I put it in the freezer and let it get nice and chilled while I was putting away everything else. And I'm going to load up my hopper with this partially frozen meat. Now, partially frozen meat will grind up beautifully. Actually, it grinds up a lot better when it's partially frozen. And looks like we are ready to go. Now I'm going to have this video muted throughout the video because I have my air conditioner on. It's 109 degrees here today, and I'm not trying to be hot up in this house, so I'm going to have my air conditioner going on throughout this video, so that's why I'm going to mute it. So we are ready to go, so just sit back, relax, and watch me work like you always do. And I always rinse this off to get this meat out of here because once it dries, it's really hard to get out of there. So I like to do that as soon as I finish grinding. Give everything a quick rinse, and then I will come back and wash everything with soap and water. But this part, I want to do this right away because I want to get my meat measured out and in the freezer before it warms up. And here's the scale I'm going to be using to measure out my meat, and I'm going to be measuring out 1 pound of beef. And look at that ground beef, absolutely gorgeous. I know exactly what's in it. That's why I love grinding up my own meat. No mystery meat, no weird stuff in there, just all meat. And I'm going to be wrapping it up in 1 pound size and storing it in the freezer. That way, if I just need a pound of ground beef for a recipe, it's already measured out and ready to go. Okay, and here's my beef all bagged and tagged and ready for the freezer. I'm going to use this 1.5 pounds and make me some rolled tacos with it, and the other 2 pounds will go in the freezer. I reuse all of my vacuum seal bags, which is why I clearly mark everything so I know what was in there. And you saw me wrap the ground beef up with plastic wrap, and that way they'll go inside the bag and they won't dirty up the bag so I can reuse them. Alright, off camera, I took that 1.5 pounds of ground beef and I seasoned it up with my taco seasoning, and it is super delicious, by the way. And I like to wrap up my tacos just like I do everything else. I wrap them in packs of 5, and I wrap them with plastic wrap, and then I put them into the vacuum seal bags. Now, there's something to be said for, going an extra measure and double wrapping everything, because I had some rolled tacos about a week ago, and they were rolled tacos that I had made, I guess almost a year ago. And believe me, they were as good as the day that I made them a year ago. And I think that having them double wrapped and protected in the freezer made all the difference in the world. So, yeah, it looks like it's overkill, but I'm okay with that because I know that my food is going to be properly protected in my freezer. So, seniors, we need to save our coins the best way we can. And, if it means cutting a few corners like I'm doing here by reusing my vacuum seal bags, oh well, I try to save money the best way I can, and the food costs and essential costs, those costs are not going to go down anytime soon. So we better, do what we have to do. Save your coins the best way you can, whenever you can. All right, so let me finish this part of the project here, and then we'll get some tacos cooked up, and I'll show you my twist to my rolled tacos. Okay, so sit back and watch me work like you've been doing. And for my rolled tacos, I'm going to be using my Out of Air vacuum sealer bags. These are new. I just started using these. My neighbor that lives in back of me turned me on to them, and his name is Tom Garvey, the Keto Cook, and there's his link below. He is an affiliate for Out of Air, and one thing that we try to do is support one another. So I am supporting my neighbor, and there is his link right underneath here, Tom Garvey, the Keto Cook. And if you are into keto, you need to check out his channel, Tom Garvey, the Keto Cook, and he cooks real food, and it's all keto. And I mean, it is. Let me tell you this: don't go on his channel if you're hungry, because it's just going to piss you off, because you're going to look at all that good food that he makes, and you will be drooling. I drool every time I watch his videos. But these bags are awesome bags. They're nice and sturdy, and you see where I can right on the edge here, and I like that. Plus, I can cut them to any size that I need them. And for this project, I want to make sure that I have my bags big enough to put 5 rolled tacos in. And as before, I reuse my bags, which is why I double wrap everything. And I know that these bags are going to be nice and sturdy, and everything is going to hold up real good in my freezer. And I still haven't figured out how to use this cutting thing properly, but I'll figure it out. Like I said, I just got these about a week ago, and I absolutely love these bags. So I say, if you don't have some, order you some, and use my neighbor's discount code, Tom Garvey, the Keto Cook. Okay, so let me get all my bags vacuum sealed up so they can go in the freezer. And I tell you one thing, it is so nice to have pre-made meals ready to go, and I don't have to think about it. I just go grab me a bag of whatever I'm going to eat for that night, and it's good to go, which is why I have taken the last 2 weeks of just prepping and getting things pre-made. So all I have to do is just warm it up, and it's good to go. And I'm okay with that. All right, so let me hurry up and finish up here, because I'm getting hungry and I'm ready for some rolled tacos. Okay, off camera, I fried up my rolled tacos with grapeseed oil until they were nice and crispy, crunchy. And then, oh my goodness, I have some romaine lettuce here on the side. I slathered it with some sour cream. This is the best part. This is the best part. And then I put some of my homemade salsa in there. Put the tacos on top of the salsa. Slather the tacos with a little bit more sour cream. It's messy now. Make sure you have plenty of napkins. And then put some salsa on top of the taco. And here's my diced bell pepper. Put that on the top. And here's some diced onions. And all that's left is a splash of my favorite hot sauce. And this is a masterpiece. And it's super delicious. There we go. There's my twist right there. It's like an open-faced taco. And it's so good. Oh my goodness. It is so, so good. And the next day, I had been busy canning all day, and I didn't want to, I didn't feel like cooking a whole bunch of stuff, so guess what I did? I went to my freezer, grabbed me a bag of my rolled tacos, and fried them up nice and crispy. Always give thanks to God for your blessings, because without Him, we would not have food on our plates. And for my drink, I have some lemon and cucumber water, and it's so refreshing. And then I'm going to top it with some plain ice water or plain cold water. And that is my drink for the night. Like I said, I've been working all day, so yeah, I was super thirsty and super hungry. And here is how I'm going to put together my rolled tacos for tonight. Slather it with some sour cream. And I think I need to get my condiments a little bit closer to me so I won't make a mess all over my table. And there's some of my salsa that I made a couple weeks ago. Put that on the top. And this too is messy, but that's okay. It's good messy. And I'm going to sprinkle it with some sharp cheddar cheese on the top. I had to get a quick bite because I was super hungry on this night that I made these. And then for my vegetables, I took my onions and my bell pepper and I sauteed them in olive oil so they're nice and soft and very, very flavorful. And I'm going to top my rolled taco with all that goodness. And look at that. Too bad you don't live closer. I would have shared them with you. I promise. I really would have. Because I got like 30 or 40 of them in my freezer. That's just the beef tacos. Thumbs up. Thumbs up for sure. And if you are new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. And don't forget to leave a thumbs up and a comment if you wish. And the thumbs up button is really important because that lets YouTube know that you enjoyed my content and you enjoyed my video. I love to cook and I love to share different recipes. So please leave me a comment if you wish. And share my link with everybody you know in the universe and hit that notification bell. That way be notified each and every time I upload a new video. So you guys, please stay safe out there. And, if you're not getting prepped up and preparing and canning, start right where you are. And because this stuff is getting ready to get real crazy. And you will be so happy if you have some shelf-stable food in your pantries and make sure that you have pre-made meals in your freezers. And just get ready, and don't forget about your furry family. I spend as much time prepping Sophie's food as I do for my food because, in the event that we can't find certain things at the store for her, I know that I have them in the freezer and I have shelf-stable food for her in my pantry. And you know what, we're trying to get prepared as best we can. And, it's going to be hard on those seniors, but, I share when I can. If I don't have the extras, then I can't share. But, so far God has blessed me abundantly. So I've been able to share with others and my neighbors. And, and that's such a good feeling when you can share your blessings. And that's what we all need to do, is share our blessings, because it's going to be hard on everyone, especially the seniors. So, keep that in mind, you youngins. All right, I'm going to stop preaching now, and I'm going to finish up this last taco. And I smashed these because I was so hungry that day. I had been canning all day, and I was super hungry. So I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much again for stopping by. Be blessed. Keep on cooking. stay safe, and keep God first. I'll see you when I see you.